That was a good episode, Darce. I mean, I got all the receipts and then some, and I have your back. I have your back.
Ready, Stace?
Ready, Darce.
Here we go.
It's our big hit.
Twins.
Sisters, sisters, there were never such devoted sisters.
Stacey is the one who's always got my back.
Yeah, Darcey's love life, that's a lot to unpack.
True.
Caring, sharing, every little thing that we are wearing.
House of 11, we've had lots of guy trouble, that's well known.
I've got a fiancé and she's alone.
Wow.
All kinds of weather, we stick together, the same in the rain or sun. We got tight faces, but in tight places, we think and we act as one.
Take it, Darce.
Manifest our twin power.
Scooter bapa dee bahada
Ba-da-ba-da, do the twins. Up-ba-da-ba, ha-da-ga. Ooh, my boobs shake when I do that. Ooh, ooh-ah.
This is Darcey and Stacey, brought to you by 90 Day Gazed.
This is everything I want in life.
This episode had everything. It had COVID preparations. It had bad mask wearing. It had a strange like denouement and a new villain named Shanti, which strangely means peace.
And cat poses.
Wow.
This
Very, very strange.
This literally was a bar that what's his name from Saturday Night Live? The new reality show everybody watching.
That's what I was just parodying.
Oh, I thought you would do that naturally.
This show has everything.
Oh, that was funny.
Y'all, I'm so every time I think I get her on my wavelength, she tells me I'm wrong.
You know what? I just had a shot of vodka and I'm in Oklahoma, so bear with us. So that's why we're doing we're radio show. I'm still in Oklahoma, Puda's still in LA, but we're soldiering on. So we're very happy to be here.
We are remote. We are remote. What's the phrase is we are remote but still goat.
We remote but still go via Gayalite. That doesn't make sense. I was going to say like satellite, but Gayalite. It wasn't funny.
It doesn't make sense.
Oh God,
you need to be better.
I do. That's why it's funny.
You need to get on your A game. That's what you need to drink more.
My gay game.
You're close. So this episode's called Caught on Tape. Like those bloopers you would see, you'd fall asleep and then like at 11:30 and 2:30, it'd be those like caught on tape bloopers. It's like this cop doesn't know what he's doing. And they have a laugh track for it.
Or Caught on Tape. That is the 1 a.m. show for Piano Cat 77. Everybody.
You know what? I'm caught on tape, but my face isn't. And that's all that matters.
That is all that matters.
I'm like, wait, caught on tape. I think I've chatted with him.
I think he donated to my Chatterbug, and that dildo fucked me for 2 seconds.
He bought me that fuck machine.
He sure did.
I call things like he gave me 2 Bitcoin.
2 Bitcoin. Oh, Bitcoins.
One day I'll figure out Bitcoin.
God, this was probably our favorite episode of this show.
This has been my favorite. I've been, I've been very, very skeptical of this show from the beginning, but I knew we had to cover it because it's on brand. This has been my favorite episode so far.
Same.
Although it creeps me out when this brings us back into the beginning days of the pandemic, when Darcey's like, first of all, last episode, the dad's like, so there's this disease called, or this virus called COVID, and the 212 Silva twins are like, yeah, what is that? And we don't watch the news. We haven't watched the only news we watch is E! News. Yeah. And it's like, So they were going, what? I don't know what you're talking about. And so they're still confused. Darcey is basically telling us all, this whole thing is life-changing. Life-changing.
That monologue before they go to the grocery, when she's like, this is life-changing, and they're in quarantine, and it actually, it's always, everything can change at the drop of a dime. You're told to dream big, but the world says no.
And she's like, this is really dangerous. It's scary. And so I'm going to take both of my girls and go to the store. Not me. Both of my girls.
You guys, I just want to say, Darcey literally said, how you going to wipe your butt cracks?
She did.
I just want to let Darcey Silva said, how you going to wipe your butt cracks?
Get those essentials.
With her nails, how does she wipe her butt crack?
That's a good question.
Come at us, ladies, with those, or men with long nails.
She must be double jointed with her hands and squinch them back.
Yeah. Or you just fist your ass, but with toilet paper wrapped around it like a Q-tip?
I think women with nails are very good at wiping their asses and their hoochies.
Well, that makes sense.
But I do want to point out, though, and I see this sometimes at my own grocery store. I see families go into the grocery store together. And maybe we could do a little bit of minimizing exposure.
Oh, you mean now?
Yeah. But both the girls did not need to go shopping. Maybe Darcey couldn't have handled it. That's probably
to be honest, they had only been quarantined for a week. Yeah. So when quarantine first happened, we didn't kind of have the rules of, hey, only have one person do the shopping, to minimize risk and yada yada.
I see what you're saying. And the girls are like, I miss school because they have to spend so much time with their mother. And Darcey's like, there's well, you'd have a virtual prom.
Because for the people that don't watch the show, Aniko got a dress for prom. She looked gorgeous. She was excited about it. And Darcey, they're driving to work or to the store, and Darcey's like, you can have a virtual prom. So she starts
TikTok prom. TikTok prom. TikTok prom.
Y'all.
She still has no fucking idea what TikTok is.
From now on, grab a drink. Every time she says the word TikTok, and you're going to be poodle blasted by the end of this episode. TikTok.
Poodle blasted. TM.
I love where she was also listing things when they were going to the grocery store. We're going to the grocery store to get water, toilet paper, essentials, Claritin D because it makes me a little more awake.
Body glitter.
Freedom. Because who not?
Pregnancy test. You never know. Georgi's coming.
I still got one egg.
No, Darcey's never going to have any more kids. Let's just be honest.
She probably has eggs, but they probably don't move because of so much Botox.
No, they are stationary and they just sit there going, please not me. Not me. Nope.
Not me. Not ready. I don't want to get older. I want to stay young.
Just excrete me at the end of the month.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, she's basically, they're going into, she's like, mask is stuck on the earrings. Gonna have a problem with this. And so and then y'all, this is the reason why you don't take medical advice or COVID advice from Darcey. She's like, it's a virus. You could get it in your eyes. You could get it in your ears, your nose, your hair. I don't know. You have to wash your hair. Can you get COVID in your hair? So,
oh my God. What if it was in my hair? What if one of my extensions from India or from some town in Mississippi, what if they had COVID and now my extensions?
No, none of her extensions are real. They're all synthetic from Bangladesh. There's no way
these she doesn't get because I think the best place to get real hair extensions is India, right? I think
really?
Yes, that's why I said that. It wasn't being that's because Indian women have gorgeous fucking hair. And so they get a lot of them get them in India. But I don't know.
I was just saying there's no way in hell these are real extensions.
By the way, I'm recording right now on Central Time. It's 11:11.
These are jacked up extensions.
Yeah, these are made in Bangladesh or in Poughkeepsie. Come at us if you work at Poughkeepsie Extensions. Y'all, because we asked somebody to come at us who worked at a pencil factory, and someone did.
And one girl said, I worked at a pencil factory one time, and I had to, and because our boss made us throw up pencils up on the roof when we made too many. I laughed till I cried at the image of people just throwing pencils up on the roof. I guess because it would ruin the scale of production if they made too many. It's like how they do with oil. So there's no they're in the store and there's no TP, there's no toilet paper, and then there are like two things of pasta, and Darcy's like, grab it fast.
Grab it. And then because I was thinking, I'm like, wait, they're shopping, but you guys, we've seen Darcy cook. And so then, sure enough, we see Darcy saying, she's like, I'm going to look like a hot mess the first week. My extensions. Oops, sorry, I'm knocking shit over. She's saying, my extensions, my hair. And she's like, hopefully the restaurants aren't closing. And the producer says,
yeah, they are.
They're closing. And she's like,
oh, we're fucked.
I don't think I'm made for quarantine. Y'all, this show might be heavily produced and written out. This is great. And I just want to say, not that, maybe they don't, but if you're one of the producers of this show, fucking bravo. Because not only have you made, I think, a fun reality show, you completely had to do a 180 of your reality show in a fucking pandemic. Because, y'all, they were going to go to Jake and I already told y'all how this season was going to end. They were going to go to LA now. They were going to build that up. Florian and Darcey and Stacey were going to get married by the second to last episode. And the last episode is going to be them moving to LA and setting season 2 up. None of that can happen now. And they just made a great episode, entertaining in television. Bravo.
I agree. They're like mad scientists.
Sorry, I'm sitting on a beanbag right now, and I feel important.
What? You're on a beanbag?
Yes, because I'm at my nephew's girlfriend's house, and they're college students. So that's what you have when you're in college. You have a beanbag. That's what you have.
I don't think I've sat on a beanbag in years. But you're right. That is what you have.
Unless there was some guy named Beanbag.
Fuck me, beanbag.
He makes this noise every time you fuck him.
I didn't know his name. I only referred to him as Beanbag.
Beanbag.
It was the great love of my life. I'll always remember you, Beanbag.
Yeah.
So the next thing, we open on the family doing family yoga on their lawn, and it looks like the twins are pretty bad at yoga. And Aniko is leading, and she's like, gotta do cat-cow. And for some reason, Aniko is now Darcy. But so you do the cat pose and go into the cow, and so Darcy's like, meow. So y'all, they're just making a mockery out of it all. Florian's terrible. They're all terrible.
This made me sad that we don't live in a big house. And it made me sad that we don't really have a yard. Because y'all, I'm just going to say this. In some ways, quarantine is hard for people in apartments in a city.
It is. There's no yard. I don't have a yard.
We can't really go. We can go to some parks, but it's just nice to like have your own space. You can put your stuff in. I love showing. Say what you want about Darcy and Poodle, and I've said this before. I think she's a good fucking mom. I think she's a good mom. I think she tries hard. She's maybe not the best example always to her children with men.
Yeah. No, that's definitely true. I think she is a little bit of a helicopter mom, to an extent.
Probably, yeah.
Probably to her detriment. And I think, and Florian is basically, they interview him. Basically, they ask Florian any question that's like weird, Darcey and Stacey, and they're like, "Has your family ever done yoga?" And he says, "Family, I never see family yoga. I never. My family Not no yoga. I just threw my body around a little bit.
It doesn't even sound like him anymore, but I still enjoy it.
No. My Florian really never sounded like
him. Never really did. Y'all, if you're wanting to see Jake's impression of Florian, go to our 90-day gaze. It killed.
You can see me flailing about, because that's what I have to do. I really do have to kind of throw my body around.
Again, I will stand by as soon as Darcey did that headstand, y'all, Darcey is a physical comedian that rivals Carol Burnett. I will say it again.
I don't know if I would go to Carol Burnett level, but she is very good.
She's good.
I just thought it was her extensions were such a good padding that she was able to like kind of find a balance. It was just the amount of horsehair. She was able to do a handstand. Anyway, it was a nice little yoga thing. I think it's nice for them to do that with the family. The next thing is, I
loved it.
She's of course in her new relationship with Georgi the Bulgarian.
Mm-hmm.
I must break you. She's worried about him in DC, and she's going to ask him to visit because she thinks it's dangerous. Or I thought that is dangerous, inviting your Bulgarian boyfriend who's been in Washington DC in a house to meet your elderly father.
It's not the best decision. And by best decision, it's, at first I thought, oh, this will be good. This makes Darcey have time away from a man.
Nope.
And I thought, well, she just went over that like a speed bump on fire. I mean, she
can't be alone. She absolutely cannot be alone.
I mean, her father is like 70.
At least.
Like,
I bet your father's 75.
Like, you do not need to be doing this.
Because Darcey's got to be mid-40s.
They told us at the beginning of the show, I think they're both 45. I think they're 45.
The fact that we are both, let's say, 3 years different than Darcey.
Well, 3 for you, 10 for me.
Fuck you. I'm 36. Thank you. Someone at the watch along said, "What year were you born in?" And I was like, I've made up so many lies I can't even remember.
I actually felt old today because, I mean, y'all, whether you believe in whatnot, whether God or the universe, whatever, I didn't tell you this part. Kind of had a rough day with my dad today because his memory's kind of gone, but it'll come back with just medicine. But I'm trying to talk to him, but he's pissed off, y'all, because this is a Southern story. It's like my grandma, Hazel Jean, and I'm telling him what to do in the hospital. And at one point, I mean, he told me, he said, just like grandma, he said, I'm going to be right until the day I die, son. And then the next day you can be right. So this is my dad. But this nurse came in and started talking to him. Come to find out, she babysat me and my brother and my cousin Craig, who's Aunt Darla's son, when we were kids. Wow. When I was like a 2-year-old baby. And her and my dad started having all these kind of conversations. And
she's like, is this the little faggot?
And then she was like, then she started talking about her own life. And she's 53. She has 3 kids. And I went, someone who was 53 years old was babysitting me when they were a teenager. Yeah. Fuck.
All of my babysitters were teenagers.
So all of your babysitters are over the age of 50. Some of them might even be 60 years old. Like you might have a babysitter that's 60 years old.
That's true.
Y'all, that goes out for anyone because you think of your babysitter as someone who was like young that your dad wanted to sleep with.
Like I thought my babysitters were like 6 or 8 years younger than or older than me. Always. Like they were teenagers. Like my mother left me and my brother with like a 16-year-old girl.
Yeah, but here's the deal. Yeah, but you think you were older than that, but you probably were like 8 years old.
We were like 7 or 8. Like, but then we were able to stay by ourselves after I was like 12 or 13. And then
think about it. If you're 7, 8, they're over 50. Your babysitters now are like 53 years old.
Well, why don't you go fuck yourself? How about that? Welcome to your own mortality. It's 90-day games.
Someone is sitting in their car right now, just mouth agape going, oh my God.
Trying to decide if they want to drive off the cliff or not. I did not need to think about my babysitter, Jennifer Outlaw. Yes, that was her name. Jennifer Outlaw. Being 50.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
It was. Her name was Jennifer Outlaw. And I loved her.
She never did porn. She picked the wrong profession.
I'm a Jennifer Outlaw. Half Cherokee and Choctaw. My baby, she's a wow, wow. That song.
I don't think you can sing that song anymore. Is Tim McGraw Native American?
No, I don't think so. But you know what? Every country singer will claim they are. Anyway, what were we talking about? Jennifer Outlaw. No, she was the daughter of my elementary school librarian.
Anyway, y'all, babysitters are old in the universe. Took care of my dad today.
One time her boyfriend came over and we played cards with him. He was so cool, and he was out of high school. Like, she was in high school and was dating this older guy. We thought it was the coolest thing in the world. And I kind of wanted to bang him.
So he's 60 now.
Shut up! I wonder what Jennifer Outlaw's up to.
Come at us if you know Jennifer Outlaw. Okay.
That's the most Ardmore-ish stories I've told. Jennifer Outlaw. That was her actual name.
Wow.
But strangely enough, her mother's married name was McDaniel, which is much better. But but she was married. Her surname was from the previous husband marriage.
Wow.
Jennifer Outlaw.
Wow.
She took us to get ice cream, and she was such a good babysitter. We always asked for her. She was cool too. She let us in on all the stuff about her life, and I was her best friend because I was a 9-year-old gay boy. Very worldly wise. I'm like, so how do you get your hair to do that?
You would watch Dynasty with her and talk about how pretty they're.
And that was when I discovered The Cure by listening to Jennifer Outlaw, her music. I'm like, I like this. What is this? It's The Cure.
You just like that the lead singer wore eye makeup. The lead singer wore eye makeup, and you were entranced. But
don't come at us if your babysitter introduced you to cool music for the first time.
I bet she watched MTV while your parents were gone.
We didn't have it. We didn't have MTV.
Why?
We didn't have cable.
Oh, I thought it's like we're Lone Grove where they said it was devils. We couldn't have it.
I lived in a rural area. We did not have. We had an antenna, and then we had to get a satellite dish.
Oh yeah, I live more actually in suburbia.
I lived in the motherfucking BFE.
Yeah, and you were rural.
Where I live, rural. Where I live,
rural.
Where I lived is gorgeous. It's a beautiful, but there's nothing out there. I was listening to our episode last week, and you asked me, what's in Pickens? And I'm like, I don't know. And I can honestly tell you, there's nothing there's Haygood Mill, which is an actual grist mill. You could see a water mill.
Oh, that would be interesting.
And there's, Legacy Square, which is basically a parking lot now. I don't know. There's just not that much in some parts. The things that people visit in South Carolina are like Confederate battlefields. That's what everyone wants to see. I know. So you can see where losers got served. Oh, I just said that. I'm going to really get some hate for that. Anyway.
Wow, probably from your own South Carolinian friends.
I will. Basically, the next thing we see is that she's talking to Georgi, Darcey is, and she basically is like, I don't know if I'm gonna be like, I don't like being away from you. We also
Where are my notes? Okay, there I am. Sorry.
I'll fill you in. Stacey and I almost said Florentine, but Stacey and Florian's apartment kind of got shut down due to COVID, so they're moving to a hotel. And the cards told us on the screen there's a new Florian video with that girl, and he's lying on the bed. And here, let me get my, hold on. He's lying on the bed, and all of a sudden, she says, "Hello, my love." And he goes, "What the fuck are you doing?"
And you know, I'm going to say, and with that, we're going to go to commercial and talk about this when we come back.
We're back. It's a nice day for a...
Yes. Okay, y'all. So Darcey is flipping out. And then this was like not rehearsed because they were not filming this at first. We just see that they're checking into this hotel, and Stacey and Florian are full on fighting. And Stacey is, I don't know, Stacey's kind of like,
she does her best to like hold her emotions in check.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, she's upset, but she never really. I hope we see Stacey let go this season.
She's a little traumatized, I think, because she doesn't show everything, and immediately her first thought is, no, he wouldn't do that. There's got to be an explanation. So she's like that with Florian, mostly because if she believes that, that means her fairy tale is dead.
Yes.
So this is the problem with Stacey, and I think Darcey, to an extent, this is weird, but Darcey, in a little bit, in a strange way, is even more kind of battle ready than Stacey is. She's not. Darcey has been through some like 3 bad relationships, or 2. Sorry.
Yes, well, that we've seen.
Yeah. I'm sure
there's more. There's more. So, because Stacey's even like, what if there's more pictures of him or videos of him, or what if they're naked? Or she kind of just going all through her head. And
yeah.
But at the same time, she's like, she says, I need to get answers. But she said, she kept saying to him, now you're going to act all innocent. You're going to act all innocent. But like, honey, he really never explained anything to you.
He never gave her any answers, and it's either it's because of 2 reasons: a language barrier, or the idea he doesn't think he has to, which is even worse.
Or
yeah. And I don't know. I would just bring one of those translators like Paul and Karini have, and just force him to like speak like Albanian into it.
That's
exactly what happened.
But instead, Stacey goes to her sister.
Who responds normally, who after bringing in groceries and saying the alphabet while she is washing her hands, but way too fast.
Wait, she has A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, I'm done.
X, Y, B. And she's like, she shows Darcey this video. And Stacey's like soft pedaling. She's like, I don't know what this is about. And Darcey's like, I don't like this at all.
I'm just gonna hold it. I'm just gonna hold it right there. This is time for a section we like to call Darcey and Stacey Theater. We won't sing the song because it upsets you. I was doing it with you.
It was bad. It was very bad.
They were in sync on our last podcast.
No, they weren't. It was terrible.
It was terrible. The sound kind of went.
Y'all, us singing together is the one thing that will not work.
Y'all, if someone could make video online syncing work with singing, Poodle would pay you a lot of money.
Well, Google supposedly it was trying to Google and Zoom said to Zoom, we will invest like $50 million in a way if we could have better syncing technology. But no one's found it yet. It's just too. The problem is, you are completely at the mercy of whoever's internet signal you're working with, and they're never the same.
You know what it is? It's the same, y'all. I got a television. Our TV went out, and I got a television several months ago, and we got a nice 4K TV, and it looked good. But then we were at this audio video place, and this salesman sold us on this $100 HDMI cord because my boyfriend was he's into that kind of shit, and I went, this is stupid. And then we hooked up that cord, and our TV's amazing now. And he said it's like if you put shitty gasoline in a Ferrari, it's gonna run shitty.
Well, that was the wrong metaphor to use for you.
I thought, what's a Ferrari? A Ferrari vibrator? I have one of those. He goes,
Is that a shoe? That's the worst chandelier scream I've ever heard.
well, sorry, I'm doing it. I'm doing it raw.
All right, so we're
Jet Poodle will be Stacey, and I will be Darcey, and sing. Imagine. Oh, picture it. I just went to the grocery store buying two boxes of pasta and a box for a taco kit,
and your massive half off.
Yeah, and sing.
So I guess I should show you this. It's not a big deal. It's whatever. It's like it's like hardly anything.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
I'm fine. It's this video with Florian. I'll let you see for yourself. Here we go.
Okay.
Play.
Oh. He did. Yow.
It's fine.
I don't like that. I don't like that. It's getting me fired up. And not like Georgi, my hot man who doesn't cheat on me with a huge dick. Not like him at all. It's getting me fired up in a bad way.
I don't go tit for tat for me right now. I need to tell you, it's fine. I'm just I need to know what else he's not telling me.
Well, they're obviously together, like he was inside of her.
I don't know that.
What the hell happened on the bed? Why is he on the bed?
He
Did you
lured
ask
her.
him about the bed? The bed.
He lured her. They lured her.
Oh yes. So
She lured him.
Oh, the bed. Were they on the bed?
And scene. Oh yes, they both reach for the gun. Oh yes, y'all. You can't see us, but we're doing the whole dance right here. We don't think the podcast should be videoed, but honestly, we do go into choreo occasionally.
We are quite method.
You do. I will say, you do stand up when you need to storm out of a room.
I do. I just want to say one thing that was maybe the best quote of the night. When Darcey said,
Look, don't let her get into your soul. She doesn't go on your vision board.
Yeah, that was my favorite too. Don't let her get into your vision board.
So
I have one other best quote of the night that I will share later on.
This was great. This was classic Darcey and Stacey. This was classic, y'all. When your best friend or your sister tells you that they are being cheated on, you say, even Poodle, who will become that bitch and defend me.
I will become that bitch.
His first thing, though, to say will be, I'm so sorry. This is horrible. You don't deserve this. Instead, Darcey just did what Stacey and basically it was like, well, did you ask him this and this and this and this?
Yeah.
You're dumb for not asking all these things.
It wasn't the best, most receptive person at the time.
But Stacey was fine with it because she's like, Darcey's defensive me. And then Stacey tells a story about how she had my triangle or something.
I don't know what it was, but she basically said that she has a white eyebrow and someone called it the Bermuda Triangle, and I scream laughed. And I know it's bad when kids are made fun of, but I went, bah! I will say one thing for y'all. I will say one thing. kids are real clever. They can come up with things to call people, and it is amazing. And you know what? I hate to say it, but I was one of those kids. I came up with lots of things to call other kids because you know what? The big kids didn't beat me up because I was funny. And I came up with names to give the other kids. And so I was one of those.
There are people that are in prison or on drugs because of you.
Y'all, if you have a kid who's kind of runty and a little gay, tell them the best survival is, son, be clever. Maybe not come up with names, but befriend the bruiser kids and be clever. You'll be their smart friend because they need that. And that's what I would tell your scrappy gay kid. Because that was me. Because I never got beat up. I got bullied, but I never got beat up. I never, and I was the older kid, so I didn't have an older brother. So I was always kind of trying to make my own way in school as a musical gay kid who looked very feminine.
Who flounced about and his heels never touched the ground when he walked, ever.
Basically.
Just tiptoes. Yeah.
How did I make that? Good thing that Tiny Carter, one of our janitors, who was also the person who worked in our canteen, really liked me because she would give me extra snacks. Now, Tiny was not a Christian name, but it was a nickname she was given because she was quite small.
Oh, was she really small or was she really big?
No, she was very tiny.
Oh, you know what? That's an unreal.
She was like 5 foot tall.
That's an unreal.
She was like 65.
Oh, well, she's dead now.
No, she's still alive.
Wow.
I don't know how.
Y'all, be sure to follow Tiny Carter, no relation to Beyonce, on Instagram. I mean,
she was all. I don't know how she got the combo job of being a janitor, custodian, and also running the canteen. That was it. Seems to be kind of a conflict, but you know, because people would like throw shit on the floor. She liked me though. When I didn't have money, she would give me some peanut M&Ms.
Was she a black woman or a white woman?
She was a white woman, but strangely spoke with black dialect, as a lot of people in the lower part who grew up in the lower part of the South in South Carolina did.
I looked for Instagram of Tiny Carter, and I just found this guy.
It's just a large black man.
It's a huge black man with a big gold chain. And you know what? Tiny Carter, y'all. And of course, Tiny Carter is a club promoter.
Tiny Carter.
He's a club promoter.
Of course he is. You know who will know about Tiny Carter? Robin Walsh. She's a listener. She went to high school with me. And Tiny Carter was actually at her wedding because she was a member of Robin Walsh's church. Wow. Yeah. I'll put something in the Sissy Squad about it tomorrow about Tiny Carter, and Robin Walsh can confirm.
Wow, this is just
Tiny Carter. I'm telling y'all, Tiny Carter was very small. Wow. White hair. Tough as nails, though. Could move the push broom like no other.
We're getting the picking stories tonight.
I don't know why I'm telling picking stories. Anyway, where were we? So, Darcey is wearing her head wrap and she's talking to Georgi some more. And he sends her a video that says it's like a scene from a movie, and she FaceTimes him, and it happens all but like 20 seconds or 10 seconds, and she starts to cry because she thinks he's dead from COVID.
Yeah, we're not going to do it as a theater because it doesn't make sense. But she literally was, here, I'm trying to get Foley.
Foley? Oh.
Is it there? Pick up. Please. Oh my God. Wait, I texted him 2 hours ago. Does he have COVID now?
Are you dead? I am here. Hello. Y'all, she already thought he was dead.
She flipped out.
Come closer, I can't hear you.
I said she flipped out.
And so she's basically saying,
I gotta adjust my beanbag. It lost its bean in my bag.
Starts to cry, and he's like, yes, I've been doing lots of workouts here. She's like, oh, show me a workout. Gotta get fit and gotta be as tinny as a quarantine weenie. Small.
Because he does like totally flex for her. And she's like, ooh.
I thought we were gonna see a dick pic or something. He kept like moving it down, and I was like this.
I'm fine for him to have an OnlyFans, y'all, because I want to go on record and say I think this might be one of the top 3 biggest we've seen on 90 Day.
It's a big dick. But here's the thing. You never know with guys like that because it just could be really thick and it could never get hard. There's that too. The kind of look like Gonzo's nose.
Oh, yeah.
Those dicks.
They'll still hit you in a good place.
No, it has to go up and under. If it goes up and over, it doesn't really.
For women, it's different.
That's true. Well done.
I'm glad that you only think sex is just about gay butts.
Same. That's my perspective.
Yeah, that's my perspective too.
How dare you criticize me about that?
So she freaks out. She's waiting. And so she's like, baby. And then she's like, I just want to understand that I care about him deeply. She's like, well, maybe we just need to see each other. He's like, no, I am okay. I'm fine.
He's being good. He's
following rules. She's like, okay, well, okay, then just do. Well, I guess I'll talk to you later. Okay, babe. Oh, well, ooh, okay, he did it. When she said he did it, when he hung up the phone, y'all, I rewound that 3 times and watched it.
He did
it. I'm saying that from now on. When someone hangs up first, I'm going to go, he did it. Y'all, because Darcey is that girl that will never hang up the phone.
You have to say bye 11 times.
She's that girl in middle school. Remember when you would go, bye.
You hang up first.
Bye. Okay, bye.
I will tell you this. My mother Poodle, is the anti that because she won't even say bye. My mother just hangs up the phone. She'll go, I'm like, oh, so, okay. All right, good to talk to you. Not even bye. Click. My mother doesn't even say bye. I think she's so number one, talking to me on the phone has her in such a state that she needs to kind of get off. Like, and when I do talk to her more than once a week, she's like, "All right, I'll talk to you. Bye." Or she wouldn't say, "All right, click." That's it. That's all you get. It's not about pleasantries with Mother Poodle. She's not high. She's not very high on goodbyes. That one.
Wow.
So
okay. So yes. So let's see what happened.
The next is Stacey, who is going to meet with Florian on a bridge somewhere. And I just got to say, in every confessional, Florian looks like he can barely stand up.
No, y'all, I am really upset Poodle and I aren't in the same city this week because we would have made so many videos, and I just would have made a video of you dressed up as Stacey and that skeleton we bought that was going to be Florian.
Skeleton for Florian.
And we were going to put a wig on it.
I will say, I actually want to read. This is from a sissy who left us a Patreon comment. and it's dead on. And she reads everybody. This is Sissy Amy. I'm not saying her last name, so no one will care. I didn't ask her if I can do this, but I don't really fucking care.
She won't fucking care.
So Amy says, okay, Florian looks like he's in desperate need of antidepressants. Oy vey. I want to kill myself looking at him. I don't understand the appeal at all. What stands out to me this week is just how hard these women work on their appearances when they ought to have been figuring out their own heads. The vamping and preening, all for crumbs of affection from these men who bring nothing but dick and muscles to the table. And over that time, that fades. My poor Darcey is trying to make happen in her 40s what she couldn't have in high school. These are deep, dark holes within these girls. The lovely daughters have already surpassed their mothers in their groundedness. Praise be that lasts. The rush that Darcey and Stacey experience around these men, the heart fluttering, the pulse racing, is not because they're in love, though they take it to be love. All it is the release of chemicals instructing you to run. And many women mistake these insecurity feelings with the in-love feelings. Dead on, Amy. You just read both of those women.
She read them.
That's exactly what's happening.
She read them.
And that's why they're so attracted to younger guys. Because there's this kind of youthful feeling that they never had.
Yeah.
Because they were ugly ducklings.
And we just read every single gay man on the planet.
I don't know whatever you're talking about at all. I actually like them old. I like them a little older than me.
Oh, someone who's like your babysitter's age?
Yeah.
Okay.
Although Piano Cat likes whatever he can get. As long as they got 2 Bitcoin to put in.
The only thing old Piano Cat likes is old money.
Exactly. Don't ever say old Piano Cat again. So Stacey basically says, why did you meet with her? Why were you in her room on her bed? And he says, nothing happened. He's looking down the whole time. I never sleep with her.
He does look, yeah, and he looks so just weird and doesn't look in her in the eye. And she's like, this girl, like, what's happening with this girl? Did she try and kiss you?
Yeah. He looks like a fucking extra from like Requiem for a Dream. Like
he does.
It's bad. And she's like, so this girl, like, she lured you in her room? He didn't say that. That's the thing. She's enabling his thing.
She did say that. He said she tried to kiss me like in a picture. She's like, oh, so she lured you. Oh,
yeah.
okay.
And so immediately she jumps on that and she's like, so can I look at your phone? And honestly, I understand why she wants to look at his phone because there's been all kinds of things. If I was in her place, I would really hope I could trust him more than just looking at his phone, but maybe not. So basically, Stacey's looking through his phone and says, "What is this? What is this?" No,
I wish I could make a noise effect of just a fake nail clicking on a phone.
Y'all, it is a fucking miracle they can open their phones with these nails. It's like, shh, shh, shh.
She's just looking, lips pursed, pissed.
And she says, what is this? What is this? And he's like, oh, he's a friend. And he's like, I know I have nothing. I know I have nothing. I love you, my boo-boo. I love you, my boo-boo. I love you, my boo-boo. And she's like, right now, I just want honesty. And he says, you are my important.
No, he said,
you are my important.
He said, no one. It was actually a pretty good line. I was like,
no,
it's a pretty.
It was. I wrote it down. It was, you're my important. And she says, and you're my important too. That's my favorite line in the whole episode. And you're my important. You're my important.
Not my favorite line, but you might want to process this, is when the producer said, why would you forgive him? And she said, even though he was in her bed, He didn't want to be there.
Yeah,
Honey,
she's made up a whole thing in her head.
honey, if a man is in a bed, or a woman, if they're in the bed, they want to be there.
And I just got to say this about the whole Florian cheating Stacey thing, relationship thing. So either Florian is so dumb that he will go to some woman's room, hotel room, for some random reason, or he cheated. So it's him being dumb, or he's a cheater.
Yes, and we're going to get into this more. I think maybe he didn't cheat, but I don't think he's totally innocent in this.
I agree. I honestly don't know. I would call into question his fidelity.
Yes.
She might have hit on him so hard that he wanted to go to her hotel room. But he might have just wanted someone who didn't like fucking suck the fat out of him so she could put it in her fucking face or her ass. Like, he looks so exhausted in every interview they do.
At one point, she says in the confessional, she's like, well, I talked to him. We're going to stay strong. We're going to be together. And he just literally looks like sad clown.
I know.
That's what needs to play every time Florian's just sitting there.
And he's like, I give you heart. I give you heart.
And then he's weird. He's like, gets down on his knees, like, marry me, boob. And I was like, what?
I will say, in between all of this, there was a fucking Juvederm filler commercial. I swear to God. They know their audience.
Hey.
There was a fucking Juvederm commercial. Y'all, if you want to get fillers, plastic surgery, a little lift, do it.
I'm not only a podcaster, I'm also a client.
But honestly, just don't do too much. Don't. You know who you should ask about? Have I done too much? Ask your friends. They will tell you, because your plastic surgeon's not going to tell you. They're ready with that syringe. They're going to do what the fuck they want to do.
Don't ask your gay friends, because normally we have a warped sense of reality.
They don't know. They're like, "Oh, you look great.
Yeah.
Like, you look just like Lisa Rinna."
Yeah. Yeah. That's what happened to Larissa.
You look really lifelike.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Lisa Rinna looks like fucking Ronald McDonald.
Y'all, you need to ask your friend. You need to ask your friend Rachel, who's like a mom of two.
Yeah,
who's smart, who also who's beautiful, but has to keep it real for life.
Yeah. So right after that, you guys, after the commercial break, Darcey walks out and she's out of her house, and she's dressed like she is an ensemble member from the local production of Hair. With like a weird military thing. She's like, let the sun shine. Let the sun shine. Like, full on like head wrap, like bell-bottom jeans, military jacket. She's like the female version. She's Claudine from Hair. She's not Claude.
This shows our gay references, because that was your reference, and I was like, you guys, with the music, they were kind of playing this music that was like, dun, 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 and it was kind of even 70s-ish, like detective. And is she supposed to be like fucking like Linda Carter as Diana Prince or something? Like every time she would go like to a new mystery, that music is what in the 70s, someone was going to look at something in the back of a warehouse. Didn't you feel like it was always warehouses in the 70s? They were always going to a warehouse.
But I swear to God, y'all, if you look up Hair and look up ensemble members, that's exactly how they were dressed.
It is. It's exactly. Exactly.
I met a boy named Frank Mills in December right here.
I mean, I just have to go back. Stacey, we will not be defeated. And Florian looks defeated.
So y'all, Darcey is calling the person who is been posting these videos because she's taking up for Stacey. So she somehow gets these numbers, And
Whose name is Shanti.
Shanti, we find out later. And I believe this is yet another time for an episode of Darcey and Stacey here, brought to you by 90 Day Gaze. And Matt will be playing the role of Darcey, and I'll be playing the role of Shanti. I have not tried this accent out. We'll see what happens. Shut up, car. Sorry. It's making noise. It's making noise.
Oh, hey. Hello.
Well, hello. Hello. I did not expect to meet you here.
I'm Darcey, Stacey's twin sisters. Hi.
I know. I have seen you before.
Okay, let's keep this simple. Let's keep this drama. We want good vibes. We want good juju. Ooh, are you drinking a Chardonnay right now? What is that? Looks delicious.
This is pure purple vodka. And I would like you to know I'm drinking it at 1:30 in the afternoon, the PM.
Oh, the hard stuff.
I want you to know that
Tell me what did Florian do?
Your sister husband, he come with his sugar. He want to put it on my honey. You understand metaphor? You understand all my metaphors.
I don't want no. What? Put it on your honey. What do you mean your honey?
Honey has
What do you mean
sugar.
honey?
Honey has sugar in me.
No, keep it simple, honey. What are you talking about?
Why
would sugar want honey? Sugar doesn't need honey. That's like too sweet. It's like when I go to Starbucks and they do the honey latte and I get sugar in it, it's too much. And then sometimes I do the sugar in the raw or the sweet. No, I don't get it.
You are beyond all metaphor. He want to sprinkle his fishies into my honey pot, my pussy.
No, the only things that want honey are bees.
You are an idiot. And I'm gonna sit here and drink my poo-poo vodka.
I don't want your bullshit. I want to know. Did he stick it in or didn't he? Did you have to say? Did he do it? Did he not?
I think you already know the question.
Oh yeah, honey. You keep laughing. You know what? Bye, bitch. I'm walking away, oh winter. Walking away on the 13th day.
And saying, y'all, this is one of the weirdest things in reality television I've ever seen.
Okay, I'm going to tell y'all this right now. That's saying a lot for Jake because he's watched a lot of bullshit reality TV.
I've watched a lot of polygamy reality.
And B, he's right. And C, if some of you just listen to Darcey and Stacey and don't watch this show, we get that. You need to watch the last 5 minutes of this show to see fucking Shanti's face. Because she literally looks like someone took spackle from like an old Broadway set and put it on her face.
She looks like a blow-up doll. She really does.
She makes Darcey and Stacey look like they've had nothing done.
Yeah, she's had a lot done. She looks like Larissa, like a scarier version of Larissa.
But like Larissa got good work in Vegas. Shanti, like, oh, Shanti.
It was done in like some kind of like dentist office in Rotterdam.
Well, she doesn't. Where does she live?
I have no idea of what nationality Shanti is. I just did her as vaguely European or Eastern.
I mean, did we solve the mystery? Is this Carmen Sandiego? Because she seems, she seems kind of just not anything.
I feel like she's trying to be a supervillain, and she's like, you can ask the Florian whatever he thought. Everything is super like hyper. Oh my God, I'm bleeding. Oh, never mind. No, I broke off a scab. Never mind. I'm sorry. I was like, what's wrong with my leg? I'm like, oh, I'm bleeding. Yo, I hurt myself a lot. Not I physically hurt myself. Like, I don't try to hurt self-harm, but I hurt myself all the time. Look, my hand has got blood on it.
Oh, Lord.
Sorry, we're on video and I'm showing you my bloody leg. Ooh, you want to see my bloody leg? That's where it is.
It's wonderful. Great.
You know how I got it? I was cutting something and my big carving knife I dropped off the edge of the thing and sliced my leg. And I know you would hate it that I told you that.
Y'all, Jake always cuts himself with his knife because he's always in a hurry.
But this one fell and sliced my leg.
Take a breath before you cut things.
I know, you should.
You know how they have those like chain gloves that people wear at like Chipotle when they cut vegetables? You need to have full chain mail all over your body. You need to look like a fucking like ghost from Bedknobs and goddamn Broomstick.
Don't come at me if you cut yourself all the time when you're cooking. Because I do. If you haven't seen Bedknobs and Broomsticks, you need to get the fuck on that. It's on Disney Plus.
It's right now. Wait, at this point, just wait till October because it's a movie about witches and watch it for Halloween. Make a fall festival. If y'all don't have a fall festival where you're from, make your own. Grab some pumpkin pasta. You can buy it frozen and just heat it up with a little bit of olive oil and sage. Make some with pumpkin ravioli. Make a pumpkin pie. Make a pumpkin drink. Just serve your friend who's a drunk vodka and tell them it's pumpkin juice. That's what I did with Poodle. And then watch a movie about witches and you have a good night.
I'm exhausted by all that. But that's kind of how you got me into having a fall festival. Because I wasn't into it.
I said pumpkin vodka. And he's like, it tastes just like Tito's. I was like, who knew?
You fed me pumpkin ravioli. And I was like, okay, I'm into this. Sure. I can pass out before 9:30 on a Monday. I think that's basically it. Y'all just know that Shanti is just laughing, drinking Pawpaw vodka. And the producer asked Darcey, are you going to tell Stacey what you saw? She's like, I don't know. But y'all, this moment in reality television was so weird. Like, this person is not real.
The casting director that found these people, bravo.
I know.
Bravo.
Anyway,
that's all I got. That's the show.
I will say, you guys, this has been a fun episode, and I did watch the newest episode, the season finale of Happily Ever After. It is a bombshell. This most recent Happily Ever After. That's not really true. No, it's just a good ending. But there's some good stuff with Asuelo and Kalani. There's some good stuff. I haven't seen it. Tania. I watched it today. So y'all stay tuned for that because we'll be doing that soon.
Yeah, part one's going to come out on Monday night, and part two will come out on Tuesday.
Yeah. Even more importantly, y'all, I don't know if you're in our Sissy Squad, our Facebook group. But we have fun in there, and we did a watch and chat for Back to the Future Part 1 on Netflix, and we had such a good time. We had like 500 comments, and we had like 300 people in there. It was so much fun.
I thought of you because I couldn't do it because the Wi-Fi is shitty at the hospital room, and I had to be there. And guess what? They were airing Back to the Future on Sci-Fi. So
I know.
I watched it with y'all, and it was great.
And why didn't you comment?
Actually, because at the time it came on for y'all, it was Back to the Future too.
I'm like, why don't we comment?
Just wiping my dad's ass. Next time I'll put the phone down.
Y'all, we will never let one another away with anything, just so everyone's aware.
We won't.
If anyone ever thinks that we're phoning it in, first of all, fuck you. Second of all, we're going to read the other one for it.
We are.
We're trying to give you as much as you can. And my scab is still bleeding. Anyway, let's get this.
Before Poodle bleeds out, Let's fucking leave it. Y'all, this week might not be what you want it to be. Your life might not be what you want it to be. But Poodle, what's the one thing you can do to make your life what you want it to be? Manifest it.
Lord help the mister who comes between me and my sister. And Lord help the sister that comes between me and my man.